Boys and girls, it's your boy Young King Cookson here today on Teammaker. I was going to bring out this video a few days ago, but I don't know, the death of Kobe really just rattled me. Still rocking the basketball world, especially because he's one of the reasons I'm making this video. Kobe's one of the reasons that, you know, we all got into the game of basketball, so, well, for my generation especially. Yeah, rest in peace, Mamba. But the video I'm doing today is I'm going to be ranking NBA teams, so like how much I like them, not how good they are, who I like to watch. Because I was watching the Pelicans the other day, and I was like, holy shit, I love watching this team. Like with Zion there, I love Lonzo, love Drew Holiday, love watching Brandon Ingram. It'll be good when Jackson Hayes gets a bit more developed and he can start at center, and that team's just going to be sick to watch. So obviously the Pelicans I like. I don't support the Pelicans, but they're probably just about as much as I can like a team without barracking for them. The team I do support is the Miami Heat. Dwayne Wade is my favourite NBA player of all time, my second favourite basketballer of all time behind this guy, Chris Golding of Melbourne United. Pelicans, probably very close to my second favourite team, along with these blokes, the Lakers. Just quickly back on Kobe, I used to rush home from school because obviously the Lakers, they usually play at Staples Center, played the 2:30 game. So I could try and rush home from school and watch the last quarter or a little bit of the third in the last quarter. And I just always, like, it was when Kobe was a bit older, but I just always hoped, yeah, Kobe was on like 25 points or something. It was a close game, and I just love watching Kobe just post up and his turnaround jumpers. So I used to love watching the Lakers, and I love them now as well. So yeah, they're a like for me because they're very close with one of my favourite teams. Let's have a look. Atlanta Hawks. I really like the Atlanta Hawks. I love Trae Young, John Collins. They probably don't mind actually. I'll put them like, I do like them. The Celtics, I really like the Celtics. Marcus Smart's one of my favourite players to watch in the league. Sorry if the tone of this video is down a little bit, just yeah, not, as I said in my video about Kobe, not to be corny or anything, but it actually just has rattled me a bit. So feels weird talking about basketball when one of the greatest ever has just passed away, but I'm going to keep cracking on. Brooklyn Nets, I didn't care for the Brooklyn Nets at all until I went with sports hosts to one of their games, and now they're one of my favourite teams. And they got battered in that game, but yeah, they're one of my favourite teams. So good on you, Brooklyn. The Charlotte Hornets, I don't mind the Hornets. I like watching them play. It should be like love. Don't mind is more like, oh, they're pretty good. Like, I like them more than I don't like them. The Bulls, I don't really, sort of dislike the Bulls. Sorry, Corey. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really have any, other than Kobe White, I don't have really players that I really like, so yeah, that's what it is. Cavs, don't really like the Cavs. Well, I probably don't mind the Cavs actually. They're just sort of nothing, they're just a bit bad. Mavericks, I really like the Mavs. Love watching Luka Doncic play, I love Seth Curry. So yeah, the Nuggets. Sorry, anyone that goes to the Nuggets, I really do not like watching. Well, I don't mind watching them. They play some good ball, but I just don't really like any of their players. I like Torrey Craig. See, I'm not a fan of Jokic or Jamal Murray. Both good players, I just don't really like them. But yeah, sorry to anyone that goes to the Nuggets out there. Not one of my favourite teams. The Detroit Pistons. Ooh. I love Derrick Rose, but he's obviously, you know, not too much of a memorable Piston. I'm gonna go dislike. I like Blake Griffin, I like Drummond, but I don't know, just the Pistons, I've never really been a fan of them. Golden State, I don't mind Golden State. I used to love watching them, obviously, probably before KD came, I used to love watching Steph and Clay run around and go berserk. But Houston Rockets, another team I do not like. For anyone that's new to the channel, you won't know that I have a bit of a vendetta against Russell Westbrook. Superstar talent, but he's just frustrating to watch, isn't he? Like, it's good to watch him when he's, getting to the paint and dunking on people and going crazy, going, but, it's frustrating watching him try and take game-winning shots when he's really not a very good shooter. Make silly turnovers. Yeah, Westbrook, not for me. Very talented player, but not for me. And Harden's obviously superstar, but takes way too many shots. Like, I don't know. Not a fan of the Rockets. The Pacers, I don't mind the Pacers. They're a good team to watch because they just play pure basketball. Like, especially with Oladipo out, they've had Brogdon out lately, and they just know how to win. They just play good team basketball. Nate McMillan's a really good coach, and they're a really good defensive team. Domantas Sabonis, one of the most underrated players in the league. He shits me a bit when the Heat play him because he's unstoppable, but he's good to watch because he's very strong. So this is a weird one, the Clippers. I've always hated the Clippers. The Clippers have always been a team I've hated. I hated them during Lob City, but Kawhi and Paul George are two of my favourite players in the league. Lou Will's another one of my favourite players in the league. Lou Will. So it's weird, but I still have always just hated the franchise of the Clippers. But I like the players now, so I don't know. It's a weird one, but I'm gonna have to say hate because I just hate the Clippers. But I love a lot of their players. But I don't like Pat Bev. I love Montrezl Harrell. I like Doc Rivers. So it's stupid really, but I've just always not liked the Clippers. Just always a team I didn't like. The Memphis Grizzlies. I don't mind them. Obviously watching Jaren Jackson and Ja Morant be a little bit silly this year has been quite entertaining, but and I always liked Mike Conley back in the day, but Gasol, I never really was a big fan of Marc Gasol. Memphis, dunno, the grit and grind. I just don't mind them, they're alright. Milwaukee, I don't mind Milwaukee. I like, obviously Giannis is good to watch. I like watching Chris Middleton play when he's on. Beautiful stroke of the ball. But I just don't mind them. They're just whatever. The Timberwolves, I love Karl Anthony Towns, but the Timberwolves, not really a big fan of. Probably not really a big Wiggins fan. He's on and off for me. The Knicks, probably dislike the Knicks. Stiff. They're just nothing. Like, I like players that go through the Knicks. I love Julius Randle. I met Julius Randle, by the way, very nice guy. I like RJ Barrett. I don't know. But the Knicks, they're just a bit. Do you really want to like them? They're just fuck off, Knicks. Oh, and being at New York, can confirm Knicks fans are very deluded and just bizarre humans. It's really weird. The shit you read on Twitter is real. Knicks fans are a bizarre breed. The Oklahoma City Thunder. Probably dislike. I never liked him through the Russ Westbrook period. Obviously when he won did he win back-to-back MVPs? No, when he won his MVP and averaged triple-double threes in a row or whatever. It was good to watch because it was a guy putting a team on his back and going crazy and putting everything out on the floor. I just don't think he has the brain to be a basketballer. Saying that, won an MVP and best of luck to him, but his brain isn't at the level of the rest of his abilities. Dislike. Orlando Magic, just don't mind. Probably dislike really. Just nothing team. They're actually good to watch sometimes, like when Terrence Ross, Aaron Gordon, they got it going a little bit crazy, but probably dislike. Dislike's probably harsh. The Pistons and the Magic and the Wolves probably should be don't mind, but I'm not going to change them now. Sixers, I like the Sixers. I really like the Sixers. I love my boy Ben Simmons. I'm not the biggest Embiid fan, to be honest. I'm on the ship of get rid of Embiid and let Ben run the team, but obviously that's probably never going to happen because Embiid's a superstar. But I like the rest of that Sixers team. I love Josh Richardson, ex-Miami boy, big Al Horford fan. I like the Sixers. Brett Brown's wife actually delivered me out of my mother's fatoot. So there's a bit of a connection there to me and the Sixers. So yeah, me and Brett Brown's wife. Brett Brown's wife was the first thing I ever saw when I came into the world. It's funny. Phoenix Suns. I really like the Phoenix Suns. Devin Booker is one of my favourite players in the league. He's probably my second favourite player in the league right now, behind Dame Dollar. The Blazers. I love the Blazers. I love CJ McCollum, but Dame Lillard is my favourite player in the league. Dame Dollar. I love that man. Like literally just watching him go for 40 plus makes my day. Like I love watching him shoot the basketball. I love when he's on, just so good. It's one of my biggest passions in life, watching Dame. The Kings, I don't mind the Kings. They were more exciting to watch last year than they have been this year so far, but De'Aaron Fox is coming back and working their way back into some alright form. Bogdanovic, I like watching him when he's on. He goes a little bit crazy. But yeah, the Kings. Oh, Buddy Hield. I love Buddy Hield. He's one of my favourites. I was actually shattered when he struggled at the Pelicans coming out of the draft, because watching him throughout March Madness, I was like, geez, this guy can shoot the ball. And then he really struggled with the Pellies. But yeah, it's good to see him become like a genuine stud of the league at the Kings. The Spurs. These days, the Spurs are just a bit, don't mind. I love Patty Mills. Patty Mills is another one of my all-time favourite players. But the Spurs now, they don't quite have the talent to run what Pop wants. But you know, they're not, I don't mind. Just don't mind them. That's why I put them in don't mind, because I don't mind them. The Raptors, again, don't mind. I love watching Pascal Siakam play. Loved watching him last year because I loved Kawhi. But this year, and they're still actually playing really good ball this year. Congrats to Siakam becoming a first-time All-Star, so that's pretty sick. But yeah, just don't mind the Raptors. They're cool. Jazz, I like the Jazz. I love their team. I love Joe Ingles, love Conley, love Donovan Mitchell. Not a huge Gobert fan, but he's a beast. Like, he's a freak. Like, the way he defends the paint is unreal. But yeah, no, I like that team. Washington Wizards, gonna have them don't mind. Despite I love Bradley Beal. I've got a thing for shooting guards that can fill it up on any night, if you haven't noticed the trend. But yeah, Bradley Beal. I'm a big fan of Bradley Beal. But the Wizards, the rest of the team, just so for me, really. So there you go. I'll probably look at this tomorrow and go, I love that team. What am I doing with them there? Or I don't even really care for them. What am I doing with that there? But you know, this was me on the spot. Sorry if this video was a bit lackluster. Genuinely, yeah, I don't know, anyone that loved basketball or got into NBA that's around about my age, maybe, you know, a fair bit older, maybe a little bit younger, yeah, you get it. Chris Golding summed it up in his post-game interview last night. He said, it's weird, because I'm the same as what he'd had. He said he hasn't really had that much, he's been lucky and hasn't experienced that much death. Same here. And he's like, it's so weird that someone that you've never met, never spoken to, don't know, feels like, and it feels like you've lost a family member. That's how many people he impacted. Yeah, but nevertheless, we soldier on, and I'm going to spend the rest of the next 3 months watching Kobe Bryant highlights. So, cheers. See you all. Thanks for watching. Bye.